A non-profit think tank known as Brookings Institute recently released a report claiming that rising sea levels will affect over 24 U.S. airports in the coming decades. Experts fear that several airports will be affected as their runways may become flooded by seawater, rendering them useless. If sea levels continue to rise as predicted, roughly 20% of all passenger and transit routes will be affected. While various parties are working to combat climate change, the report warns many U.S. airports to make necessary adjustments before it's too late. According to the Weather Channel, sea levels around the U.S. are predicted to rise between 8 and 18 inches by 2050. Too many. The thought of the ocean rising by 1 to 2 feet does not seem like a big deal. At first glance, an increase in 2 feet may not seem very significant. However, with high tide, the water will proceed much farther inland and will erode the land further inland around the U.S. Many airports around the country have been placed on the U.S. coastline only a few feet above sea level. These airports will likely see continued erosion and flooding during high tide as the sea level rises. In the report, the Institute stated that LaGuardia Airport, Key West International Airport, Santa Barbara Airport, Oakland International Airport, and San Francisco International Airport are those most at risk. The report mentioned that 24 airports across the U.S. have been affected negatively by flooding if the sea level rose by 1 foot. In the predicted 1 foot rising of sea level scenario, all 24 airports would have some part of the airfield, including runways, flooded during high tide. While most of the major airports that would be affected by this have more than one runway, losing a runway every time the tide is in is not exactly good for business. It would also be likely that within only a few years of the ocean reaching the airport, the entire airfield would have been covered in water for parts of the day.